It is 2021 and we are still living in the middle of a pandemic place. Oh goodness. I'm sorry, you guys. I just don't think we're going to be getting out this thing anytime soon. Yes, there's light at the end of the tunnel, but we got some ways to go. But in the meantime, if you're going to be releasing content, you might as well do it the right way. Hi everybody, my name is Lauren Gill and I am the founder and chief power specialist at Power Publicity, where we work with creative companies to help them develop campaigns and strategies that allow them to share their stories, connect with their audiences, and increase their income. And today we are going to be talking about premiering in the middle of a Panny or panoramic or Panasonic or Pontiac, or whatever you want to use to describe this dystopian universe we've been living in. So over the course of this past year, I would say more so these past few months, companies, particularly film studios, and even artists, right? They've adjusted to the fact that, as I said in the beginning, it's going to be a while before we are able to safely be around each other again without the threat of severe illness or death. It's going to be a while before we fully get back to, or I should say, get to our new normal. I personally don't believe that we are going back to normal. The life is not going to be the same as we knew it. And that's okay, because some things really did need it to change. But in the meantime and in between time, we have to deal with the dynamics that we're in, and the industry definitely has shifted over time to make these adjustments. Before, in the beginning, I noticed folks were pushing film release dates back. Even a couple artists pushed their music release dates back. But towards more so, I'd say in my observation, at the end of last year, folks started to pivot more where they were putting their content on streaming services and just adjusting to the dynamics and living in a virtual world, because that is kind of like the best way for us to connect with each other right now. So today, I just wanted to give some tips on how to run an effective campaign while we are still living in this dystopian universe. Okay? So my first tip is to be flexible. Be flexible. Although I believe the news cycle has calmed down just a bit, like it's not like it's still chaotic, but it's not like everyday chaotic, which is a good thing, I think, for our mental health. But it is still unpredictable. With this crisis, you never know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, we live in a society where black men and black women live under the threat of being unlawfully killed by the police, and that could dominate a news cycle for a day. So you just have to just be prepared to be flexible and shift things around, because you never know what else is going to happen in the news that can take precedent that's really important. So I understand that sometimes you may not be able to shift the release date around, but it may be a thing where it's like, instead of releasing the trailer on this day, we do it on that day. Or maybe instead of doing this particular virtual event, we have to do this, because you just never know what's going to happen right now because we're living in such a unpredictable situation. My next tip is to exhaust all your angles. When you are pitching your content to the press in order to promote it, exhaust all your angles. Don't just stick to the things that are pertinent to your particular industry or what you're doing. Target different types of press. So it can be trade, it could be business, it could be mainstream, it could be like your Good Morning America, Today shows, lifestyle things. Just find different ways in order to maximize your reach and to reach your audience by using different angles for your story. My next tip is to have compelling content. Now, when I say compelling content, I mean something that is going to get people talking and going to invoke some type of emotions. What are we talking about when we're calling emotions? Yes, good old-fashioned feelings, whether that is happiness, sadness, anger, joy, whatever. Having content that is really going to evoke that emotion will get people to want to talk about it, to share it, and all that great stuff. And that is ideally what you want. My next tip is to use the right influencers. Influencer marketing has become a very big tactic that companies have used to promote their products and services, and it can be very effective. But the key thing is you always want to make sure you're partnering with the right people. Are the influencers that you're looking to work with, do they have the audiences that you're trying to reach? Do they have the level of engagement where your message is going to be received and people are actually going to respond? And keep in mind, engagement is not determined by the amount of followers. Somebody who can have 20, maybe 10 or 5,000 followers may be more influential or have a better engagement rate than somebody that has 120,000 followers. Because at the root of it all, influence is not about numbers. It's if you can really get people to take action. Are they investing in what you're saying? Are you able to spark conversations? Are you able to kind of be a leader? Are these people actually being a leader and driving conversations and getting them to actually buy in or watch something online? That is what you want to be looking for, those type of qualities in the people that you partner with. And my last tip is don't be afraid to use virtual reality. Virtual reality it's been around for a while, but I have seen some companies that have explored using that over the past year, and it's been a success for them. I believe with HBO, they did something with Lovecraft Country, and the people that I know who participated in it, they really loved it. They had an escape room, a virtual concert, all of those types of great things, and it was a great way to do something fun, interactive, and to promote the show. So don't be afraid to use virtual reality. So that is all my tips I have for today. If you would need help or would like to talk to us about how we can help you do a successful premiere in the middle of a Panny, our contact information is going to be in the description box as well as in the comments. Until the next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.